Hello, this is John from ASP Microcomputers. Today I would like to introduce zapMYstock for MYOB, the easy stocktake software for MYOB AccountRight. ASP Microcomputers is a trusted partner and developer to MYOB, and developer of applications that integrate into AccountRight Live. You can find us on the MYOB App Marketplace. In this video, we'll be going through zapMYstock for MYOB AccountRight Live. For more information, you can visit our webpage, asp.com.au, products zapMYstock. zapMYstock for MYOB can be downloaded on a number of devices, both Android and Apple iOS. For Android devices, this includes the auto-rugged grip-type terminals, the rugged PDA terminals, and consumer smartphones and tablets. Apple devices include the Apple iPhone and Apple iPad. The zapMYstock for MYOB application for Apple can be downloaded from the Apple App Store. Likewise, the zapMYstock for MYOB application for Android can be downloaded from the Google Play Store. On the main screen here, we see the PC application, and on the left-hand side, we see the screen from our Android device. In this particular case, I'm using an Android phone. The screen is identical for Apple iOS devices and also for rugged terminals, which can also be used with zapMYstock for MYOB. The screen is exactly the same for all three devices, so our example will apply regardless. Okay, before we look at the configuration of zapMYstock for MYOB on the handheld device, or Android device in this case, let's have a look at the configuration for the PC. We go up to File, and we note that we have some options, one of which is data transfer options. In this particular case, we are using Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is used for Android and iOS devices. If we were using a rugged device with zapMYstock for MYOB, we would choose the Windows Mobile Device Center, which would allow us to connect using a USB cable. In this case, of course, though, we are using Wi-Fi, so we'll leave it at that. And we will then go to the main configure menu box here and choose our MYOB company file. We have one already selected in this case, but I'll go and select it again just to show you. Here's our library of company files. In this particular case, we will use this one right here called Clearwater Plus. It is an example file. Open that up. Of course, it requires a password for MYOB to connect. And we'll just say OK. At this point, we will create our stocktake. Now we just choose Create. We've already chosen the company file name, and you can see the stocktake has been successfully created. Okay, we can close that. And now we'll turn our attention to the Android device. The tab right here, this button that says Data Transfer, if we click on this, it will identify a URL right here at the bottom, right there, that we'll need to enter within our Android device. And to do so, we go to the Android device and we go to Settings, right here. So the server URL is entered in this position right here. Now notice that in this case, I have my PC's IP address as opposed to the URL. Now either will likely work. In some configurations, you do require to use the IP address with the port number as opposed to the URL shown here with the port number. So I've basically just replaced the sales-nb PC name with my IP address. If we have that incorrectly, we click the check tab and we'll notice a tick sign that identifies that the phone, in this case, is communicating to the PC using the local network. Of course, both devices need to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network for this to operate. Okay, having done that, say OK, and we'll go back to our main menu in zapMYstock. Now, the next step is to transfer the database from MYOB, the stocktake that we've created, into the mobile device. Now I'll quickly move to MYOB and show you the item list for this particular company file. We see here we have a number of items, and we'll do a stock adjustment or a stock take just on one of them as an example. Notice item 100 here, the large cooler, for which there are 6 currently in stock. This is the item that we will now count. Let's go back to our zapMYstock. And in this particular case, we will want to, on the mobile device, click on the data transfer, on the data transfer button right there. Data transfer, and start transfer. Now we've created a Stocktake. It's warning us that there's already currently a Stocktake in the device, which is going to be overwritten by the new Stocktake that we've created, but that's fine. And we now find that the data has been transferred into the device, and we can then begin to count our inventory. So I'll do that. I'll click on the mobile device, the count inventory button. It now prompts me to either scan a barcode or enter a barcode. I'll enable the camera on the device by clicking on the scan barcode button right there, and there's a barcode. You saw it flash up. That was placed in front of the camera. Identifies the item that we're scanning as the large cooler item 100. We would like to enter a count. Let's say, for example, we had 6 in stock, I believe we said. Let's say we update the stock to 20 items, and then we click OK. We can now enter a subsequent barcode and continue our stock take. In this particular case, I will just leave it at that and actually go back to the main screen and now transfer this data back into the database. So this will contain our new count. Click on transfer. It downloads data back into the PC, and now we can go back to the main application and view the differences. So here we can see the comparison right here. Item 100 large cooler. We had 6, we now have 20, and that's a difference of 14. At this point, I can click on the adjust button at the top. Got to select the item first. There we go. Click the item and click adjustment, and the adjustment will be sent to MYOB. It comes up with a pop-up saying the selected inventory item has been adjusted. Click OK, and that's fine. We can go back now to MYOB AccountRight, and we can have a look at the item list. Notice now that item 100, large cooler, has a new count of 20. Okay, now the item has been updated successfully. In this particular case, a couple of other parts we'd like to maybe look at as well. We have the option of printing barcodes. As part of the software, we can select the items we wish to print and then send the barcode printing to a printer in case we want to print some labels for shelves and so forth. This can be a standard laser printer or inkjet printer. Printing can be done using standard label templates, and once printed, the labels can be attached to the particular bin or shelf in question. We can actually also print stock count sheets. You can see here the stock count sheets with the barcodes. If you wish to do some of the counting manually, or you wish to scan off the sheet directly. And also we can issue or we can view reports on all the items that have been counted, the items that are perhaps left uncounted, processed, unprocessed, and so forth. So quite a comprehensive set of features in zapMYstock for MYOB, and a very handy printing barcode feature built in. All right, I hope that serves as a short introduction to zapMYstock for MYOB. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you.